What if your family's job wasn't just a career, but a curse passed down through generations? A curse that involved taking lives. Imagine a lineage where the grim duty of an executioner became an inherited burden, shaping every aspect of their existence. This isn't just a history lesson, it's the chilling reality of families bound by the ultimate taboo profession. Picture this: a misty morning, a hushed crowd, a single figure standing apart from everyone else, a heavy axe or a coiled rope in hand. This isn't a scene from a movie. For centuries, this was the reality for certain families, where the role of public executioner was not a choice, but a destiny. The grim duty was passed down from father to son, an unwilling inheritance forged by societal chains. You didn't apply for this job, you were born into it. We have to ask, what kind of person could do this day in and day out? And more disturbingly, what kind of person was forced to? These families lived a profound paradox. They were essential cogs in the wheel of justice, yet they were utterly reviled. They carried what was essentially the mark of Cain, a visible stain that set them and their children apart. Communities would physically isolate them, forcing them to live in designated executioners' quarters on the outskirts of town, sometimes near the gallows itself. Their houses were often painted a specific color, a constant public reminder of their tainted profession. This social ostracization was brutal. There were actual laws in some places, forbidding people from marrying into an executioner's family. The stigma was so powerful that it was considered unclean to even touch them, share a drink with them, or in some cases, even look them in the eye. Superstitions ran wild. People believed that contact with an executioner could bring bad luck, sickness, or even death. Their children were shunned in the streets, their wives whispered about at the market. They were ghosts, living among the people they served, necessary yet invisible, feared yet indispensable. But here's where the story gets even more complex. This cage of shame was sometimes gilded. Despite the public scorn, executioners often held a strange kind of power and financial security. They were paid for their services, and sometimes they had the right to the condemned person's belongings. Their unique position also gave them a dark and intimate knowledge. Because they dealt with the human body in its final moments, some executioners developed a sophisticated, if gruesome, understanding of anatomy. People who would not be seen with them in public might secretly seek them out to set a broken bone or treat an ailment, making them unofficial feared healers. But this privilege was just another bar on their prison. The money and the special knowledge made it even harder to leave the profession. Where else could a man with such a stained reputation go? The initiation into this life was often horrifying. Think of it as an apprenticeship of death. A son would learn the trade not from a book, but by watching his own father. As a child, he might be tasked with cleaning the tools. As a teenager, he might assist in the grim proceedings. He learned the weight of the axe, the precise knot for the noose, the way to ensure a quick end or a prolonged, agonizing one, if the sentence demanded it. These families developed their own macabre rituals and traditions passed down through generations. Special tools, treated like cursed heirlooms, were handed from father to son. They had unspoken rules and superstitions, perhaps as a way to mentally cope with the horrors they inflicted. These traditions were a shield against the psychological abyss, but they also reinforced the chains, ensuring the curse continued. So, did anyone ever escape? Breaking the cycle was incredibly difficult. To leave was to abandon family, security, and the only life you'd ever known. All while carrying a name that would follow you everywhere. Yet some did try. They ran away, changed their names, and attempted to forge new lives, constantly looking over their shoulders. The cost was immense, often leading to a life of poverty and fear. But for some, it was worth it to break the chain. The shadow of the executioner's curse lingers even today. While we no longer have hereditary executioners, think about the social weight certain professions still carry. We judge, we stereotype, and we ostracize. The story of these families is a powerful reminder of the human cost of societal judgment, and the indelible, often invisible marks left on those who perform society's most difficult and unclean tasks. It's a chilling look into how a job can become a legacy, and how a legacy can become a curse. Thanks for watching. If you found this story as fascinating and haunting as I did, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more dives into the darkest corners of history.